What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy D Dyson. The Last of Us episode 4. I really love this because, like I said, the tension is building up more as we get more of this dystopian future that they live with this pandemic and how people are. So last episode, it was, with Bill and Frank, how they were when this all went down, which showed the survival skills, showed the love story. And then at the end, when Joel finally comes back and then try to meet up with them. So now it's just a continuation of the story where we're going against people now. And I love this episode because you see Joel and Ellie building more of the relationship. Like in the beginning, he still treated her like cargo, like, come on, just pay attention to this. And it's more of a sense of a team where you're entering this new city, which is Kansas City. They get blocked off and you start hearing the help, help. Joel was like, nah, put on your seatbelt. Aren't you going to help him? No, let's go. And because he knew that survival instinct of how people are. And I love this episode because you get to see how people are in this dystopian world. And I loved it. I really loved it. With Kathleen as being like this leader. It's not the Fireflies. It's not Fedra. They were the ones that take Fedra down. So it's not a quarantine zone. They overtook it. But they still had this sense of they run it. So it's like a government. And they're not realizing that they're just as harsh as Fedra. So they going, Joel and Ellie get into a shootout with them. The truck goes out. They start shooting. Ellie finally shoots her first, as we think that was her first time shooting someone to kind of kill him. But she just, it's really mortifying. It's traumatizing for a young kid. And later on, we find out that it's not her first time. Then we get into Kathleen, and as Perry, as I understood, Perry is the voice of, I think, Joel or Tommy in the game. So kudos to him to actually getting a role in the show, which actually he took part in since its inception. So I'm sitting there telling myself, love the dynamic, because in the beginning, you start seeing Joel and Ellie, how he didn't want to be really bothered with Ellie, to when they are trying to escape and get through Kansas City. They go to this high rise and she just telling him like more jokes, and he kind of starts warming up to her and is starting to laugh at her jokes and stuff like that. Kind of missing that sense of, daughter, father element and just a companion, what he missed in Tess. So I loved it. I really, really loved it. And just the essence of what the hell is building in that storage room. Are you just seeing the floor shake? And I'm just like, what is that? And like I said, I will say this every episode, for somebody like me who's not played the game, you have different levels of creatures, which is, the clickers, all these other, I think this one was like Boulder, something would it be? But I was just like, yeah, now they're finally getting to run across one of them, as we're going to see in the next episode, that it that thing that climbs up, and how they're going to really have to fight that and shoot that. So I'm excited for this. To me, this episode, as we're already 4 episodes in on The Last of Us, I think there's only 9 episodes, that I'm like, man, so we're almost at that crossroads of the climax of the series, of the season. So I'm totally in love with this. PedroPascal, BellaRamsey, totally perfect to play Joel and Ellie. And just seeing figures like Kathleen lets me know that it's more menacing people out there in terms of just humans versus the infected. So I love this world building. I know that they deviated from the game, where they said in this, they stopped in Kansas City when in actuality they stopped in Pittsburgh. So that's why I'm telling myself, I just love how they can build the world and then take elements from the game, simply from the game, and put them in here. So I was like, yeah, it's true genius, where you have the show's co-founders, co-owners, co-writers in here from the game, so they can kind of give you those nuanced perceptions of, okay, this needs to be in the game because this is part of the game, versus, okay, we can kind of deviate and make this. That's why I like this, because they made Kathleen and all of those humans in there more human-like, more of a empathetic feel where, you know, probably in the game it's just cold callous, doom, 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 doom. You know, it's kind of like a side mission. Joel has to just shoot all these people versus making them more with feeling, more humanize them, but they're still villains. So I still love this, where you're going to see the toll it takes on Ellie and it takes on Joel. Joel's already hardened by it, but like I said, how they're doing this, it's just mwah, best TV show hands down right now. I sit there and tell myself week after week, this does not disappoint me. I look forward to Sundays. HBO Max is killing it. So, you guys enjoyed my review of The Last of Us episode 4. Subscribe to my channel. Post a comment down below and like the video. It's your boy, D. Dyson. Peace.